Get that dang reflection off of there. It's a little better. We are beaver trapping tomorrow, fellas. And as you can tell, I still got a whole lot of stuff going on. A whole lot of stuff. Hey, James. Jeep fam, what's up? Blakely's. Sorry, guys. I was having a little bit of computer issues inside, so. Uh, yeah, I didn't have that. We're good this time, bud. We're good this time. Wow, I didn't realize all you guys were noticing that. I only had one person on there, so. Donald, what's up? Ruben, Anthony, Lane, how we doing, fellas? Oh, I am pumped up. Tanya, how we doing? Good evening. Scab. Oh shit, Jeep fam, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were alive still, man. My apologies. I'm sorry, buddy. Completely my fault. I didn't realize you're live tonight. Uh, I got a notification for you live earlier, like early in the day. I didn't realize you're still live. Or maybe a second one. My bad, bud. My bad. Uh, Going out tomorrow. Got some backbreaker here. We are hitting it hard. Yeah, Blakely, I'm just a tease. Your season ends Tuesday. I'm sad, but it's bass fishing time. I had a bite yesterday. Nice, Anthony. Uh, we are just about ready to hit it hard. A good friend of mine lives not too far from here. He went out and set today. I was kind of thinking I'd try to set today, but I took it to kind of get everything organized. Well, kind of organized. And get ready for stuff. But he set like 15 locations and saw 3 beavers swimming down the creek system. So that tells me that it's game on. Those travelers, they're moving. It's coming. Oh shoot, but I hope I didn't mess it up. Hey Tina, how we doing? Scab. So this is gonna probably mess with a lot of people's minds. As far as the everyone that loves the lure, thanks, Vet. Appreciate it, buddy. Um, as far as the beaver lure, right now, caster. Anything caster based, you are gonna succeed in my opinion. I feel bad, Jeep fam. My bad, buddy. But everyone's hooked on one lure or the other one. No, it's got to be this or that. Right now, beaver are traveling. The 2-year-olds are looking for breeding mates because they're kicked out of their dens. It's like deer during rut. They're traveling. They're covering more areas than they ever have. As long as it has caster based, which is their territorial gland in it, in my opinion, they're all going to be almost the same. Yeah, you might get someone with kind of a knockoff or that's kind of faked it out a little bit. But anything caster based right now is going to be awesome. Hey, Dredger, how we doing? Yeah, good to see you too, buddy. Last thing I want to do is interrupt you, though, Jeep fam. I was working on some fur earlier. Got a bunch of TS-85s ready to go. We got that truck loaded down right now. Uh-oh, Anthony, what'd you do? No, I'm really looking forward to this. Oh yeah, James, absolutely. I'm the same way. Um, Backbreaker works great for me. I've used high quality. The Merrick's line from Bruce Rhodes carries it now. He's in charge of it, but it worked really well for me too. Oh, okay, Scab. I get that 100%. 100%. Uh, I've had people. It comes down to what you have confidence in. That's all trapping is what do you have confidence in to succeed. What was your first catch on? And it held it just fine. Same thing as what did you have a miss on? Because you're not going to like it anymore. And it's with traps, it's with baits, it's with lures, everything. Um, Oh, that sucks, Anthony. Yeah, exact. Yeah, Blakely's. I mean, it's the same concept. Hey, Evie, how we doing? Long time no see. Fisher, what's up, bud? But people get hung up in this, so many times after times of what catches, what doesn't. I'm not too birdie yet, but I am excited. I'm pumped. This has been a long time coming, guys. Like I said, I was gonna get out today, but I decided to get some stuff wrapped up in the shop. I hate. I'm gonna just say half-assing it. Oh, I'll just tag stuff tomorrow. I'll get those drowning rods cleaned out tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. That is exactly like a baseball player having confidence in his bat. Um, it's all about confidence. What do you like? What's worked for you? I can tell you right now, probably every one of you could go out and make a set on my line, and I'm gonna go, ooh, I don't like that because I've never done it before, or I tried it once and it didn't work out well, so that automatically scarred me. It's just part of it. It's nothing bad. It's not like, it's just habit. It's human habit. Versus, I had a conversation with a gentleman here earlier, uh, quite a ways away from me, but he was wanting me to trade me my Bridger number fives and trade him. He had TS 85s. He wanted to trade across, and TS 85s are worth a fair amount more money. And he goes, I'm just tired of them. These TS 85s, they don't work for me. I've had like 2 misses with them. They're terrible. I prefer the 85s over the fives for the exact opposite reason. I've had misses with the fives, and I like the 85s. So it comes down to confidence. What do you like? What works for you? What have you had bad experiences with? That's all it is, guys. That's all it is. Uh, and it's a tough thing to overcome. Oh, that sucks, James. Yeah, once they start rubbing, it's kind of game over. But I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to this. I got some of Slim's mud pie frosting here as well. I'm gonna give it a shot. But yeah, I got big plans for tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing some fishing on my channel here later on in the year too. Something I need to do it tonight is go ahead and buy my waterfowl license. I've got about 10,000 snow geese that are probably a mile and a half from me as a crow flies. If I had time tomorrow amongst beaver trapping, I'd go after them. Dredger, mostly 85s. I don't think I'll get any snares out tomorrow, but I did bring about a dozen 330s with me. So I'm going to go up about this with my plan of setting all TS85s. I do have a few Bridger 5s, but I'm going to set them primarily TS85s. If I'm in a really high theft area, like I'll be setting a couple major highways, I'm going to go ahead and set a snare. But on some of these smaller creek systems, if I can get them funneled down to, there's a foot wide gap, that's a foot deep of water, a real channel per se, that's where my 330s are going to come into play. I think they're going to work out nice. But, it's not every location. It's going to be every 7 or 8 locations at best. Yeah, Scab, there's nothing wrong with that by any means. The problem is, unless you're doing it on a huge scale, it can almost give you a false interpretation of what's going on. If you set, say, 4 locations like that, maybe all 4 of them, one lure caught better, and you might think that's the cat's meow, but in a week, it might be the exact opposite. You just don't know. And I'm not saying that's a bad idea, because I've done it too. I've set stuff side by side before. I did it this year with that cherry lure in my dog proofs. Unless I was going to set 100 locations all year long to really determine it, in my opinion, it's tough. It's a lot like those canine trappers. Canine trapping and bait and lure, I think, is the same as beaver caster. If you have something that is appealing to them, doesn't matter what it is, they're going to investigate it. It might not be today. It might not be tomorrow. It might not be, this fall. It might be a more winter thing. But eventually, I believe that all commercial bait and lures will produce. Some are just varying from season to season, but they're going to produce. One of my bobcats I caught in a foothold 3 years ago was just with this in the lure. I forgot my bait bag and everything, and I had backbreaker in the hole and caught a really nice tom. It's just people get too hung up on stuff, in my opinion. This is the only thing that works, or this absolutely will not work, and I don't think that's the case. There's so many different things out there. They all worked or have worked at some point in time. Just depends if they're going to work for you that first time to build your confidence. And that's pretty much all it is. I can't even tell you how excited I am for tomorrow, guys. I'm going to have to work the first part of the morning, but after that, it's game on. We got about 60 TS-85s in back of the truck with drowning rods, stakes. I'll be wearing my chest waders, probably in a cut-off shirt because it's going to be so warm out. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be some slippery slopes, though. We still got frost in the ground, but all the creeks are wide open. Beaver are traveling up and down. It's going to be pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Man, those lights in here just glare this like crazy, don't they? Oh, that's even worse. Fisher, yeah, I'm going to be doing some turkey hunting too. It's just, we're about a month out or so right now. Really, Ruben, that'd be interesting. Uh-oh. Now all of a sudden my comments aren't showing up. Donald, grab whatever's on the shelf. About 300 lures, choose from. Absolutely. Same concept. Yeah, James, I seen your guys' coyote sale. What was it, 1470 average or something like that? Man, that's rough. That is really rough, bud. Dredger, yeah, you gotta squint for my ugly mug. I promise you that. My wife didn't marry me for my looks. It's for my carpentry skills. I promise you. But yeah, we're 55, 57 degrees, something like that right now. One dog for $17.50. That's tough, bud. That's tough. But what do you do? The coyote market, we've been talking. It's falling apart, and it is. Man, I got a lot of coon to put up yet. Flintlock, how we doing, bud? I'm hoping to get out 45 sets tomorrow. Just depends what time I get off work. And hey, Michael Showers. And then the rest of them on Wednesday. And I'll check on Wednesday too. And then I'll be checking again on Friday. I got one of my good high school buddies that used to trap with me many years ago. I'm bringing him back into it, so we're going to have a lot of fun. Matter of fact, my first raccoon I ever caught went in the back of his Mitsubishi Eclipse back in high school, so it'll be fun. Ruben top coyote was 12. Ugh. Evie, it's 44 degrees right now. That's not terrible. Still warmer than us. Blakely's, yeah, Dale helped me out. He gave me a couple names to get a hold of. I'm still waiting on 100% confirmation. My buyer doesn't want coon to figure out what I'm going to do. Hey, mink trapping Patty? How we doing? Gave up on steelhead. Going after surf perch. Nice. So, yeah, it's kind of disappointing when one of my fur buyers that was interested in my stuff just messaged me and said he's done. So we'll see what happens. Oh, nice, James. Yeah, that's pretty good. There's probably not a whole lot of beaver out in your area, is there? Goats and chickens didn't want to go out. Joe, Marine. Marine what? I appreciate that, Blakely's. I really do, bud. We should be good. I'm sitting at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 40, about 50 ounces of lure, so I should be good. But then again, I like to do it very generously, too. So we'll see. We'll see. My shop's a mess, but I did get some work done on it at least today. Got it cleaned up a little bit. Anthony, that's not bad. That's about the average price right now for caster. Tons of rats. That's awesome. I would love to trap rats in numbers. Washington High Country, how we doing, bud? Yeah, I'm big numbers of rats, and I'm really starting to want to go south for some reason. I'd love to go to the southern states. I was talking to a gentleman here earlier, like, it'd be so cool to go to, like, Louisiana or Arkansas after beaver and otter in big numbers. Blakely's, I'd assume that's dried. Green, boy, green, you're probably talking $40 a pound. Flintlock, actually, I used to use the those deep stands for stuff in my 330s, but if you notice my muskrat stabilized for 220s, I found that number 4 raccoon stretchers work great for 330s. That being said, you're going to ruin a number 4 coon stretcher, which aren't as common as the rat stretchers anymore, but they do work pretty well. So that's something. I didn't cut a lot. I think I cut 4 or 5 of them, and then I'll have to beef up the rest with other stabilizers. Blakely's, yeah, I seen that on your last live last night, bud. David, how we doing, bud? I cannot tell. I'll tell you what. I'm probably more excited about setting traps tomorrow than I was opening day of season. There's something about spring beaver that excites me. Yeah, Anthony, I use a lot of them, but I'll be switching this year. Scab asked Joe, "Are you a Marine?" Myron, so that's kind of a thing. This isn't going to be my full beaver big run that I want. So my boy is getting his wisdom teeth taken out Thursday morning. So I have to be pretty close to home Friday in case something happens. I mean, he's on spring break right now anyway, but I don't want to venture too far out since my wife will be at work. So I'll be about 15, 20 minutes from home at the farthest, but I'm doing a big loop, though. It's probably 70 miles, maybe 80. Yes, I will be eating almost all the beaver I catch. Blakely's, the banquet was awesome. Yeah, Steve, I would love to. I've heard things about it up there, but that's my ultimate, like, bucket list thing is trap rats in population. But The back to the Beaver, yeah, we're gonna be eating pretty much everything. The price of everything's going up through the roof right now. Beaver tastes amazing. I've had beaver jerky, beaver back straps. Uh, it's phenomenal. The only problem is, we're gonna have some 65, 70-degree days, and I'm gonna have everything on drowners, so I'm gonna have to really be careful of what's still good to eat or not. But with everything underwater, it should help quite a bit too. I shouldn't have any real issues with it. Yeah, Anthony, I hate crowds of people too, but the Fur Bears Unlimited banquet I went to was awesome. Oh, Myron, this is my smaller line. My big line's I'll be going 60 miles one direction. That's gonna be a fun one. I'm looking forward to that as well. But that's depending on how everything else goes. Too many people, too little fish. Flintlock, I don't know what a 440 is. I've never seen one as far as traps go. Oh, it's a RBG. Okay, that's why I don't know what it is. I know what a 660 is, which is something I want to invest in. I'd love to get a couple, 2 or 3 of them eventually. Those big, like, I don't know what they are, probably 24-inch wide traps. Wow, Scab, yeah, that's some distance. Wow, man, that's a big trap. That's a big trap then. Yeah, I'll stick to my Duke 330s right now. Um, I'm broke. This trapping season's been hard on me. Hey, Catfish Fever and Outdoors, what's going on? Yeah, exactly. And every trap has their place, guys. There's several spots where 330s work awesome. There's several spots I wish it was bigger. It's just, what do you do? Use 90% Bridger 5s on drowners. There's nothing wrong with them at all. Hey, Juice and Dan, what's up? Whew, $60 each. Too rich for my blood. Yeah, Catfish. It's warming up good here. We are hitting Beaver tomorrow. I'm looking forward to this. That's why I just want to do a little live tonight. Just kind of let people know it's game on tomorrow. GoPros are charging. Trucks loaded out with TS85s, drowning rods, lure. I still got my hip boots or my chest waders in here I got to throw on yet in the morning, but, well, probably be noon or so, maybe even 1 o'clock. Hey, Mauler, what's up, my man? How we doing? Did you get dried out today yet, Chad? I knew you were a little wet today from your polar plunge, you could say. Yeah, Catfish. That's kind of what really pushed me today. My plan, I was going to set some today because I knew the weather was warming up. I want to get some stuff taken care of first, get the shop cleaned out a little bit, and prepare for it. But my buddy went out today, and he saw like 3 or 4 beaver swimming down the creek system. So they're moving. They're running right now. I don't want to wait till Wednesday, which was my plan. We're getting them now. All right, Ruben, you take care, bud. Your dip was refreshing. Running home really fast before work sucked, though. Yeah, that sucks, buddy. That sucks. I'm hoping in about 36 hours we got about 20 beaver. That'd be awesome. That'd make a great day. But I always over exaggerate things of how well it'll go, so it'll probably be like 8. I don't think I've ever caught more. What was it last year? I don't even know what my best beaver date was. I really don't even know. Maybe 10 or 12, I'm guessing. I'd definitely love to break that. Oh yeah, James. I'm running some. It's not a free falling pan like I like my 1.5s. I keep them pretty stocked though. Everything I run's pretty stock. Matter of fact, you get some rust on here. It's a little more. It's probably 3 pounds. Nothing crazy. But I sure do love these TS85s. These suckers are awesome. Scared the hell out of my dog doing that though. Hey, thanks, Dredger. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. You have a good night and take care, man. Anthony, what are you doing? Endorsing those RBGs or something? You got a sponsorship from them? Fisher, I'm using a 12 gauge. I would highly, my opinion, I guess, for turkey hunting, I'd recommend a 12 gauge. 20s work, but I would lean away from them a little bit, at least our turkeys. It seems to be that 12 gauge with 5s or 4s are pretty much the common thing around here. And we're in pretty good turkey country, so I work with a lot of guys that are pretty big into it. Chad, you need to get all your stuff set up on drowners so you don't have to check them for work, my man. I know Mert would be all sorts of upset talking about drowners, but that goes back to another thing, guys. You know, I always talk about what's your personal preference and what works for you. Some of my really good friends in my Snapchat group, they're all about long chains. Dale Billingsley, he loves long chains, and they were great for him. And many other people. I run all drowners, and a lot of guys give me crap for it, but it's like, I'm checking them every other day, so first off, I legally have to check them every other day, and they just work for me. Yeah, they're another thing to mess with, another thing to carry, but they work well. They work really well. Yeah, Chad, yeah, it takes a lot of bang. Yeah, Patrick, TS85 is 8.5 inches. Blakely's, I was using cable, but they'd always bind it up and pull that bottom anchor up a little bit, and it was a pain in the butt. I did not, Scap. I did not see that Dan got his otter. I'm going to have to check that out now. That's awesome, Dan. Congratulations, bud. Yeah, Chad, you know, there's nothing wrong with either one of them. Everyone has their pros and cons, but it's so frustrating when some people like, this is how it has to be. And I see that a lot on some of these channels. Not channels, but like Facebook groups and stuff. No, nice, Anthony. Oh, cool, Scab. I'm going to check that out. Actually, I just had 2 dozen hag drowner locks show up at my door here the other day. Yeah, RBG, yeah. I don't know. I don't have anything against those traps. I've never personally used them. They're a little rich for my blood. I'm definitely sure they'd have their place from time to time for sure. But for me, I'll take the square-bodied Dukes, no problem. And that's the same way with, like, you know, Bridgers or Belials or anything else. Dukes work great for me. Yeah, Fisher, I seen that. Blakely's, if you can, share your new platform on here if possible. Yeah, that's one thing. You know, long chains they can get tangled up. They can. I feel like they can spin out a little bit more. Um, versus on a drowner, especially me in the road ditches. You know, I've got with a TS85 on a drowning rod. You know, shit, I'm looking at $40 sitting there. Uh, so I kind of like to have them drowned and out of sight, not up on the bank. But in case you get some people messing with stuff, but that's just my thoughts. Some people love long chains. They say, you know, the beaver don't worry about seeing another beaver sitting on the bank with a trap on his foot. So, uh, and that very well may be too, but I've never done it. That's what I'm running is all rebar, Patrick. Suitcase. It's amazing, Dan, how those otters can go so far through it. There you go. Blakely started a new platform for outdoorsmen. Check that out, guys. You're gonna rig something for rebar drowners to simplify connections. Yeah, Chad, absolutely. I've gone to. Oh heck, give me a second. I'll pull one up. All right, guys, bear with me here. So what I've done for connecting things, you can see my drowner here. I go ahead and put my swivel on the drowner. Okay, both sides. Uh, my TS85 doesn't have a bottom on it. There's no swivel down here. All I'm doing when I get to a spot, taking my S-hook, putting it through my swivel, clamping it shut, and I'm ready to go. Really works well for me. I'm pretty new to this though, as I've said before in the past, but really works well. I think it'll work good. So it worked well last year anyway. I do know that. Oh, Fisher, yeah. Yeah, I get so far behind catching up on what people are doing. Feel terrible about it because you guys all check out my stuff, and I really struggle to get back to people on a timely basis. But one thing I'll say, Chad, is don't attach them to the drowners ahead of time and go out there with 10 or 15 drowners. That sucks. Because everything gets tangled up and it's a big mess in the back of the truck. It's terrible. I had to tell a good friend of mine that here the other day. Like, don't do that. It's a mess. I'm pumped, fellas. This is gonna be awesome. Gonna be a long day though. A really long day. Oh yeah, Blakely's. Yeah, Mr. Somebody, absolutely. So I'm running all 8 to 10 foot drowner rods. This is the bottom end. You see the washer lock here. I'll get the glare out of here. That's the washer lock. The top end is just a I think it's like probably 6 gauge wire bent over. Um, but yeah, just a square lock, bent angle, so she can come down, but she can't come up. I'm not sure, Flintlock. I'm scheduled till 5 o'clock, but we've been really slow this week, really slow. So I'm banking this whole thing on getting off of work early. I might just even call in and take a vacation day tomorrow. Screw it. But Blakely's, I'm running 8 and 10 footers. Just depends on the water situation. But yeah, Mr. Somebody. Basically, the swivel end's open on all of them right now. On my TS85s, I've got the swivel, it's on the drowner. So literally, I'll just come up, hook that up, and it's set up. I'll crimp it with my J-hook pliers, and we're ready to grow. We're ready to roll. So them suckers ain't cheap anymore, and they're just going up. Mr. Yeah, all right, Internet Vet, fair enough. I appreciate it, bud. Sorry, guys, I'm on my phone, so I'm missing some comments. Somebody, would you L drowners work used with wire only with bigger holes? L's work all right, but not great. Hey, Jinx, thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate it. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. James, I work in a giant freezer at -20, so from 7 to 5. Hey, Luke, I was just talking about you. That's the guy who went out and saw some beaver when he was setting today. Well, I don't know what he said, 2 or 3 beaver in his 15 locations he set swimming. So that tells me they're on the move. So we're setting hard tomorrow. All right, Fisher, you take care, bud. I've thought about it, but honestly, I think this actually works quicker for me, in my opinion. Flintlock, 5 to take off work and go trapping tomorrow. Oh, very tempting, my man. Very tempting. No, Blakely's. Since I'm running drowners, I'll have an extended check. So I'll be setting tomorrow. I'll check Wednesday because I did take Wednesday off to run traps. Set traps was the plan, and then I'm taking Friday. I have Fridays off, and then I'll check again on Monday with Sean's Outdoor Adventure. Doing a little collab with the guy, a really big bow hunter. That's what shows some trapping stuff on his video. So that'll be pretty fun. Luke, you seen 2 of them swimming today, fresh tracks, and a lot of cricks too. Yeah, you kind of motivated me and forced my hand to set tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to it. Montana, hey, how we doing, buddy? Welcome to the party. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for this. It's going to be a good time. Yeah, Adventure James. It's cool. I promise you it's really cool. Yeah, Scab, I would agree with that. Aimed at Mr. Somebody. Well, L locks, you want a short L. You don't want a big... Like, this is a pretty big... a pretty big piece of L here. I'd almost want that about half the length, in my opinion, to shorten it up a little bit. Be right back, fellas. Had my daughter out here earlier today trying to carry TS-85s to the truck and watching a 5-year-old that probably doesn't even weigh 30 pounds do that. Was pretty funny. Showed folks. Oh no, flintlock. I'm skinning them right away. Just for the fact I'm going to be saving all the meat too. Hammer's trap line. Interesting. I'll check that out. James, in my opinion, unless your rats are way bigger than ours, if you put 1.5 foot of chain on them suckers, as long as you get them under 8 inches of water, they're drowned. They'll pull that trap off the bank and they cannot pull it back up. At least in my opinion. You know, I've caught a few rats in my time, not anything major by any means, but work really well. Chad, I got a drain. I built this for a drain. I've just never power washed it yet. And it needs it. It needs it bad. This place is a mess right now. Show you guys some of the finished fur in here. We got all these suckers hanging right now. I love putting up fur, guys. I love putting up fur. Behind them, we've got rows of 10 on hangers. It's kind of hard to tell here. We got more groups of just drying stuff, but we got lots of coontails in here, fellas. Of course, you can't see it in here at all, but everything in black right now is coontails hanging. So, we got a ways yet, though. At least this way you guys know I'm not just completely full of shit, that I don't catch, 50 coon and making everything up. Which I've actually been accused of 3 times in the last month. So, interesting, but whatever. Luke, you finished with 3 beaver at 51, over halfway. That's pretty awesome, man. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, Blakely's. I get it. I get that. No, unfortunately, I think you got to be a resident there to do it too. Adventure with James. Find a little deeper spots, because I'm assuming what you mean is they drowned, but their back end floats up in the air. If you can, put another 6 inches of chain on them. Get them, if you can get maybe a foot underwater, then that won't happen maybe. Oh no, Scab. I won't show you guys the floor. The obstacle course of trying to get through here to my finishing station. Even since my last live, my workstation has kind of gone to crap. She's falling apart pretty good here, so. But it is what it is. We still got. Oh, I'll show you guys this. This is pretty terrible. What do I have left? That's all coon, fellas. All coon. Well, I take the back. The bags have a few coyotes, and I got a bobcat and 2 badgers in here. But other than that, we've got a lot of coon left. A lot of coon. Matter of fact, if I get down, there's a bunch of last year's coon still sitting here. It's just, yeah. It's tough right now. It's tough to be a coon trapper. The government should subsidize the coon trappers. Hammers down logs. Hey, thanks, Judith. I'm gonna check that out. Man, that's awesome, Luke. You really pushed me to set tomorrow, so. I'm kind of jealous I didn't go to Bruce's deal today. They always got that trappers gathering in Chelsea, Iowa. They do some trapping demos. A lot of it seems like it's talk about beaver trapping, as that's what the season is. Um, but they always have a good time. I'd love to meet your dad, Luke. Um, love to get to know him a little bit, especially since I'm such a negative impact on you. Internet vet. I got really lucky. I bought that walk-in freezer for $2,500. Yeah, Chad, you're probably right. You're probably right. Although I don't know if an eagle would mess with a full-size beaver. That beaver gets a hold of their feet and their talons once. I think they'd be in trouble. There you go. Blakely's got his new platform up here again, guys. Go check that out. Um, I'm part of a couple new platforms. I still have yet to check out yours, Blakely's. I looked into it a little bit, but I didn't get a chance to. Uh, yeah, I bet it was a good deal. Well, there's another one too. I can't think of what the name of it is now. Oh, I'm losing it. Nah, that I've been drinking too. So, um, but yeah, there's a few out there that aren't completely ran by, let's just say, people that are against us in every way. And there's more and more of them around. Luke, what the? Why would you do that? I didn't say go after 1,000 this year. That's a bunch of bullshit, man. Don't put that on me. Yeah. Sometimes they just don't go down, and sometimes I've had the drowners pulled up off the bottom. I've had a lot of coon when I used to try to drown coon that just wouldn't go down a drowner. They just hang out up top. So, Luke, why would you do that? Yeah, I'll agree with you there, bud. Yeah, Myron, he did throw me under the bus. God, that's terrible. Why would you do that? Too bad you didn't still have traps at my place, Luke, because they'd definitely become mine after that one. That's all right. I'll just keep your trash can. We'll call it even. Yeah, that's another thing, too. If you guys are interested, Luke on here that's been commenting, I'm assuming he's on his phone now because he's not under his official YouTube status. Next Gen Trapper. Luke started his own channel. A college kid caught 600 coon while playing football. And now he's caught over 50 beaver, so pretty impressive. It's all owed to me. I taught him absolutely everything he knows, so he owes me, everything. But real good kid, and check out his channel, guys. Over 51 beaver already. So, oh yeah, Scab. I've had 50-pounders pull up a cinder block all the way to the top, waiting for me. We are at 389 Flintlock, which sucks. Go figure. Yeah, of course she's mad. My wife's always mad at me, though, so you're young and not married yet, so it can be your mom that's mad at you. North Central Illinois 449. Ooh. And that's the thing. A lot of people are talking gas prices. I can't trap anymore. And I fully understand people slowing it down because of that. Because fur prices are down, gas prices are way up. But I will never stop trapping until the day I die. I just won't. I'm hoping if I live till 80 and I can go set 3 traps down the road at a bridge, that'd be a great season for me. Oh, Scab, that's terrible. Oh, internet vet. That's two negatives equals a positive, right, vet? I mean, that's how that works. If they're both mad, then you're in the clear. You're perfectly fine. Oh, that's. I'll tell you what, Scab. So that reminds me of a story here. Many years ago, actually, my buddy that's going to be riding with me this Friday, he's part of this adventure. We were duck hunting on this kind of a marshy pond area, and we killed a bunch of ducks. It was like too shy of our limit or something like that. Well, the problem was we're young and dumb, and we got all these ducks out in the middle of this pond that's full of like lily pads, but they're like that vegetation that grows like 6 inches, so we couldn't see exactly what we had. And we had no way to get them, no dog, no nothing. We're in high school. We decided, well, best way to go out there and get them is to wade out there. So we stripped down to our skivvies. We're in our underwear, wading out there for these ducks. I mean, it's literally chest high. And we're wading through there. And granted, we got this much mud underneath, a solid foot of mud. And I look on the far bank, which is probably, I'm going to say 100 yards away. There's a beaver sitting on the bank. And I'm like, oh, look, guys, there's a beaver. And that beaver looks at us and dives. And you watch these lily pads, like, on the way to us. And I thought for sure we're going to get ate. We're 20 yards from the bank, but running through chest-high water and a foot of mud. The smell moved faster than us. It was pretty bad. But that's one of those memories, out hunting and trapping and stuff that you'll never forget. And to this day, we joke about that. And nobody ever got bit, but you watched that sucker just like the ripples of the pads as it came closer and closer to us. I thought for sure someone's getting ate by a beaver, and that wouldn't be the first time a beaver ruined somebody's life, probably. So, yeah, Scab, that'd be different. You're right, that'd be different. That would really, really ruin somebody's life. So, yeah. You know what? Everybody likes a challenge. You got this. I have faith in you, Scab. Get out there. You're fine. You've got this. I would definitely check out your life insurance policy before you do this, but you got this, my friend. You got this. Hopefully this has a beaver on it tomorrow. Yeah, Luke, it wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, James, I love that. I love that. That little skit he did, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I'm pretty excited for tomorrow, fellas. I don't even know what time it is now. Yeah, it's only 11:30. I don't have to get up till 5:30, so. I bet it was cold, Scab. Yeah, Flintlock, I figured they weren't. Just from my experience trapping them here recently, but but when you're, I don't know, 17 probably, I think only 2 of us had licenses at the time. Pretty nervous when you're in the water and it's coming at you. We go till April 15th, so we got time yet, but from what I've been hearing from a lot of really top-notch trappers, it's time. Those 2-year-olds are starting to move really good. They're getting forced out. And then Luke going out today and seeing Beaver move just kind of locked it in for me that it's time to go. It's time to get after him. I've been waiting for this thaw, trying to be patient as I could, but it's been tough. Yeah, Flintlock, there's a lot of worries. That's pretty bad deal. Matter of fact, I remember So after we got out of there, we're covered in mud completely. We go over to my buddy that's riding with us on Friday. Um, go over to his place and take a shower, and we plugged up his parents' drain in the shower. They're pissed. Oh yeah, I bet, Mister Somebody. I bet. Um, yeah, that can be dangerous real quick. That's one things I'm worried about. So a lot of these creek systems, you got the bank up here, the water level 3 feet below it, and it just drops. Um, I do get worried wearing chest waders. You get down into that water and those chest waders fill up. So I'll be wearing that chest belt around my waders and everything else. Scab, I don't know. I've heard of stuff like that, but I don't think beavers actually get rabies. They do have diseases they have, but don't quote me on it, but I'm almost positive they cannot catch actual rabies. Rabies are they're really, really bad in bats and skunks. There's a few cases in coon and coyotes, but very few. Uh, Trust me, I know. I looked into it when I got my rabies vaccine here a year ago now. But, well, no, it was a year ago in January. That's pretty rough. I did a lot of research on it. A lot of research. Upset Bull 69. How we doing? Most of mine will be drowned on my drowning rods, but if I do have to dispatch something, that will be with a 22 rifle or 22 handgun, probably. Uh, I'm going to try to keep the skulls intact just because I can sell as many of them as I can. But I will resort to a 22 if they're not dispatched. That's all right, James. Really, Scab? I did not know that. Hey, Tommy T, how we doing? Flintlock, it's surprising. Around here, I won't say we don't have beaver by any means, but compared to many other states, we don't have a crazy amount. I do have, like, one of my buddies in a different part of Iowa. I mean, he just now started really trying to trap beaver, and I think he's almost 100 beaver now. He was messing with it and having some fun and caught right at 100 beaver, and then today he went out and set like a lot of traps, like 3 figures worth of traps. So now he's getting serious, but he'll probably end up with probably 400 beaver in the next week or so, combined with last week. But it's insane. But we really don't have a huge not like coon anyway. I guess when I think of populations, I think of our raccoon, which is just unbelievable, unbelievable. Um, I mean, you get some serious coon populations around here. Tell you what, guys, I'm gonna go inside and grab another beer real quick, and I'll be right back. Tommy T, think about trapping. Yeah, you probably got a wall for that ice to come out. Yeah, Luke, I think we do have a lot more than we think. I just opened it. Come on, Mr. Somebody. All right, James, have a good night, bud. Thanks for stopping in, man. Oh, I'm pumped for this. I'm more excited about this than opening day in November, guys. Upset Bow 69, your first year trapping beaver. Awesome. Welcome to beaver trapping. If you're using snares, are you using them on ground or on water? That's something I would like to know for sure. Oh, scab, whatever. My opinion, I have better luck trapping them in the water. That's what I'm familiar with. I'll touch base on that a little bit. Let me find a snare. Okay, upset both. So this is my coyote snare. More of a teardrop shape. I'll go ahead and load that a little more real quick on something. Dude. Oh, that was a terrible load idea. Hold on. Heck, I guess I got rebar right here. There's a little more about what I'd use on beaver, a little more rounded shape. And if I'm doing it in water, I've got water up to about here. I don't know what your laws are with snares here in Iowa. In the water, not in the road ditches. We weigh with about 11-inch loop. My hand from pinky to thumb is 8. And it's all horizontal. So there's probably about 11 there, give or take. Yeah, I want the water about half submerged. They're going to come through here, and they'll hit the end of that, and it'll pull down on them. That's what I like a lot, but I'm running all my snares on drowners as well. Oh, okay, upset ball. You're in Iowa. Awesome. Oh yeah, Scab. Once Blakely's gets going on it, you'll be hooked. On land, what I would do, boy, it's so hard to explain here. If you were to picture my table being the ground, I would only have these about 2 inches off the ground. That's kind of hard to tell. Probably not the best angle. But yeah, you want that ground probably about right here. I won't necessarily say a big loop. You can get by with a smaller loop, but it's got to be more rounded. You can't have the traditional tear. You can. I won't say you can't, but those traditional teardrop loops aren't as effective. I kind of want something a little more rounder, a little more reactive. It needs to be loaded. If you don't know how to load snares, I got a video on it. Check it out. It should help you out. About an hour and a half northeast of me. Okay, guess I don't know how you know where I live, but that's all right. But yeah, go after them. The snares work awesome. I plan to use quite a bit of them. Hooked on coyotes. Yeah, but there's no money in coyotes, Blakely's. Honestly, flintlock, I don't worry about it. A snare mark on the leather is not going to hurt a damn thing because everything goes to the hatter market. You put holes in them. You could. My buyer, literally, and he's one of the few people that send stuff overseas. He has told me, I don't care if when you stretch this beaver on a board, everyone wants to nail every inch. He said it could look like a ninja star for all I care. It's all about the weight. That's it. Oh yeah, glands. Yeah, that makes money. Oh, okay. Upset. Yeah, Blakely's caster. That's still worth money. Not as much as it once was, but it's worth money. I'd love to ship out about 50 pounds of caster. Yeah, flintlock. On every other fur, yes. On beaver, it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter a bit. Absolutely upset. If you have any other things, Facebook message me, Iowa Trapper. I'd love to help you out any more I can. Um, Beaver's not my strength by any means. But last year we got 46 of them, 43 of them, something like that. Yeah, Luke, I agree. I still have a tendency of dolling them up too much. I don't think it's that important. But Tommy T, respectfully, I'll agree with you, but I'm not getting in debate on here. He's a businessman making money. Just in my opinion, he doesn't care who he screws over to make that buck, and I don't like that. But that's just my opinion. Other people I know, he's treated them really well, and they've done great with him. Um, and I can't say I've personally had a bad experience with him, other than actually at the Iowa Trappers convent here about a year ago. So. Oh, Scab, you sewed them up? Oh, I wouldn't even do that. I've had holes in beaver that you could fit a softball through, and I'll just put a couple of pins next to them. Call it good. You throw them I'll throw them in an old NAFA bag. Every single pelt I have of them, throw 50 beaver in a NAFA bag. My buyer weighs the bag, $6 a pound. There you go. That's it. He doesn't even look at them. Most of your people won't, unless he's really trying to make some money. So the snare marks, a lot of buyers are saying, uh, you can put your dog through it. I probably wouldn't just finish that one, but a lot of people are saying, oh, snare marks, it's damaged, no value, this and that. I've talked to a couple of tanneries, and they said that snare mark doesn't cause any issue. They said, because all the buyers say that it won't tan well, it'll mess it up. All my tanneries say that it's perfectly fine. That being said, maybe the first side doesn't look as good. I don't know, but it is what it is. Honestly, Flintlock, that's because he doesn't want finished fur. He makes a lot more money off green fur. They got a flushing machine there. So what they'll do, you bring him a coon, you bring him a raccoon, a green one, they're going to slice it right down the belly, fold it out wide, make it more of an open cut like a beaver, run it through a flushing machine, sew this up real quick, and it's good. And he's got guys that'll work for him, and they'll do, I don't know, he's probably got 10 guys doing coon alone, and they'll do 40 an hour cutting them like that. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, that's my bad. Yeah, Scab. Honestly, I still would have pinned it up. That's just me, though. Beaver, everything in my area goes to the Hatter Market. We don't have a good beaver here. It's not a dark, heavy beaver. A lot of ours are kind of tannish, not tan, but like a light brown. Just not a good beaver. No, can't say I've ever had a bad beaver, but some are better than others. Yeah, flintlock. I take a lot of pride in it. I try to present things the best I can. I mean, you can only make a fur look as good as it'll give you. There's bites in that and everything else. That's one I took off here a little bit ago. But I mean, you gotta. The fur is only going to be as good as it is as when you trap it. When you're handling it, you're only going to make it worse or keep it the same. You can't make it better when you handle it. It's just not possible. Uh, obviously, going from carcass to skin to finished as money, but that that beautiful, perfect bobcat, skinned right and tanned right on a Western cat, yeah, $500. But if you put a nick in it, you're down to $300. If you wait too long, now it's down to $50. I mean, you can't you can't turn a $10 animal into a $50 animal, but you very quickly can turn a $50 animal into a $10 animal, very quickly. Um, it's just one of those things. So, man, I'm pumped, guys. Tomorrow's gonna be awesome. I love these TS85s. Oh, these suckers are going up in price though like crazy right now. Oh, Scab, you're running hoops. Okay, that makes sense then. That makes sense. I've had people tell me hoops are quicker than boards, but my actual main fur buyer who deals with like 15 to 20,000 beaver like every 2 months, he told me boards are still quicker for him, so that kind of stuck me with that direction. Upset, absolutely, absolutely. I don't have it in here, but I just got a beaver trough from my buddy at A&J Skinning Machines. We'll do a full skinning video on beaver. I think I have one on YouTube already, but I'll do one in that trough. I'll do fleshing and boarding, which is something I haven't done yet, I don't think. But absolutely, man, I'd be happy to do that. I'm not sure when it's going to be, though. These first few days, I'm honestly hoping for 20 plus beaver for a couple days in a row, which, I don't catch that many beaver, so I'm not as quick as skinning and flushing as I am a coon, but I for sure will get something put together. Yeah, and Tommy, I get it. We won't make this into a debate really on which buyer's the best. Because I get it. You're gonna have people that love certain people, and then people that hate the same people. It's just part of it. Um, but yeah, I have my opinions on it, and I kind of hold it to myself the best I can. Yeah, absolutely. I'll do a cast removal for sure. Thanks, Luke. Appreciate you. Good luck tomorrow too, my man. Um, it's crazy. You're 19 and going to bed at what 11:45. What the heck's wrong with you? You should be up till 2 o'clock, partying it up, going crazy, and then still getting up at 6 o'clock to run traps. At least that was me. We don't. They don't make people as tough as they used to, I guess. So I'm just messing with you, man. Have a good night, buddy. Send me some text tomorrow. Let me know how you're doing. Scab, are you pulling the beaver off of the board, lifting them off the board a little bit? That'll help you a lot. Yeah, Flintlock. I'm glad you got that connection with them. I hope he treats you well with it. Yeah, I understand your confusion with it for sure. Luke, don't be a pansy. You got this. It, I'll tell you what. One thing I'm looking for more than anything, you take these drowning rods, you start pulling it, you pull it out of the muck of the bottom, and it's free floating. All of a sudden, you feel that weight of that beaver on the end. That is the best feeling in the world. I love that. I cannot wait for that tomorrow. Well, it'll be Wednesday now, but pretty pumped up. Truck loaded down. We are ready to roll. Oh, Flintlock, they staple them. Yeah, I'm just using nails. I'll do a video on that, Flintlock. So on those nails, I'll use 2-inch nails. And if here's the board, here's the end of the nail, I'll pull that fur up to about here. And I'll run a bunch of boards on a jig I got in here. And I'll put a fan on them, a rotating fan. So it'll get in between that fur and the board so it's drying both sides. Huge advantage, in my opinion. Huge advantage. Yeah, I bet, right? I'm only 34, but I've definitely been pretty hard on myself last 32 of it. Moisture warped your boards? Really? I've never heard of that, Scab. Huh. Interesting. Oh, I'm really half tempted just to take vacation tomorrow morning. Just to hit it as hard as I can. Who knows? Probably be something that I decide when I wake up at 5:30. What do you do? I definitely feel better about getting some stuff out. I'm also going to be doing my whole "So You Want to Be a Trapper" series. I'm going to be doing a video on that too, I think. Yeah, Dan, exactly. Flintlock around here? No, it's. Well, yeah, it's probably close to that. Probably close. 7:30 to 8, but my wife comes home at 5, and then I'm inside with her from then on, so I'd have to be home pretty early. Hey, thanks, Jacob. Appreciate you stopping in, bud. I'm gonna need all the luck I can get, that's for sure. Scab, you can't hold that against me, man. I was told about the notification, but I was in the middle of work. I can't do anything about it. Otherwise, I'd love to. I'd love to see that live, man. I would have harassed you the whole way through it. Beaver season couldn't come at like a worse time. Like, I'm trying to hurry up, get these coon finished. I'm nowhere near done, obviously. And now we're just gonna add beaver to the pile. So pretty rough, but what do you do? Part of it. Starting to get a little late. Close to midnight now. I still got about 2 dozen snares to make and throw in the truck for tomorrow. Oh well. Blakely's, we're allowed, I think it's 2 otter, maybe 3 now. I'm not even sure, to be honest with you. I normally don't catch them a lot. Wow, Scab, that's insane. You need a dehumidifier, my friend. I hear snow geese flying over. And Canadians. Tommy T, I will be running all caster sets tomorrow. I take that back. Not all caster sets. Anything with a snare or a TS85, which will both be on drowners, will be lured with caster lure. I will be running a few 330s where I have some crick systems that are smaller, maybe a tight funnel spot. If I can get the water deep enough, fully submerge a 330, I'll be using them as blinds. I need to move. Scab, you don't have electricity in your shop? That sucks, man. I'm sorry about that. Thanks, Mr. Somebody. I'll tell you what, I'm pumped for this. I'm so excited. I am honestly more excited than opening day. I feel like I'm a little more prepared for it than opening day this last year. So, 42 or 43 locations that are close to home. I have to say fairly close to home because my Friday check, my boy has his wisdom teeth out Thursday morning, so I have to stay close to home in case he needs something. But pretty excited about it. I'm feeling pretty damn good about this. Tommy, I'll tell you what, I love snares. And as far as my road ditches, I'd rather have a $1 snare in there than a $28 TS85 for sure. So, hey, Hillsman, absolutely. I'll help any way I can. I'm definitely no professional at this, especially with Beaver, but I'm looking forward to it. Oh yeah, Flintlock. I don't use spades though. I'm not using anything really as far as equipment to dig. Hold on, it's gonna get kind of dark here, fellas. Turn my truck lights on in the back. But I got all my 85s, all my drowning rods. Got a bunch of stakes laid out here. I'm keeping it pretty simple. I'm not digging big channels going to stuff. Literally I'm going down those banks, finding a spot where I like the slope. And if I can get the bottom of a drowner in there and the top in, we're throwing a TS85 on it. Not a whole lot to it. Hey, everything outdoors. Appreciate it, bud. But yeah, Flintlock. It's not anything crazy. So I went to the Fur Bears Unlimited banquet here this last week. I got to talk to some of the top trappers in Iowa, and all of them said the same thing. People overthink stuff so much. With caster in the spring when they're moving, if you put caster on a bank, they're going to come to it. People are saying, do you target a front foot or a back foot? If you keep it the right depth in water for a front or a back, anywhere along that side, because a beaver's a wide animal, it doesn't matter. They're going to hit it. If you put it, say, 2 inches underwater for a front foot, drain it back to a 6 inches or 8 inches or even 12 inches, their back foot's going to hit that eventually as they're coming up. I learned a lot. It was a good time. Yeah, no problem, Blakely's. That's his new platform, guys. Check it out if you haven't. Wild Day. I have never caught a civet cat. I heard they're in Iowa, but very, very few and far between, it sounds like. Yeah, Scab, I wouldn't leave that either. That's pretty awesome, man. Yeah, Flintlock. Literally, it's not. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I get that way with certain things, but I'll take this and I'll find that bank and I'm literally just pushing it into the bank. Take these levers, kind of, solid enough. I don't think it has to be as solid, as even 1.5 for coon. Um, it's just all about that angle where they're coming up. You got the water level, say here, and you got this trap, say here. You're going to get a back foot catch. You're under 8 inches of water. Um, his front feet are going to hit, and he's going to plant those back feet. I don't get into it too much. These crick systems, they're far down. All of ours are like 30 feet down at least. I plan to put in 2 drowners and be back up to the truck in 7-8 minutes, no problem. It might be cold enough though tomorrow. Actually, have to wear sleeves. It's pretty chill tonight. I think it's only like 38, 39 degrees right now or something like that. It's pretty chilly in here. I completely understand it though, Flintlock. I get that way with certain things too. Hey Blakely, stop. Thanks for stopping in, my man. You get some sleep, and I'll be in touch with you, my man. Anybody going to the NTA this year? Exactly, Scab. I bet them some, but I don't go crazy with it uh, by any means. Flintlock, what's the name of his first one? You're pretty blown away when Dale was on here last time. That's cool, man. Dale's helped me out a lot. I've learned a lot from him. Matter of fact, we text almost daily now, talking about this spring beaver season coming up. Hell of a good guy, hell of a good trapper. It's kind of nice to have people like that in your back pocket to be able to pick their brains and reach out to. And he's definitely one of those guys that I have. Very, very thankful for it. It's crazy because I look at Dale as when it comes down to beaver or something, he's one of my like 3 go-to guys, and I've got like 3 other guys that I go to for coon trapping. Um, I've got like 3 or 4 guys when it comes to mink. If I was really to target mink, who I talk to, just guys that you know they have their specialties, just like anybody. It's kind of nice to have that. Flintlock, me and you are a lot alike, my friend. Trapping was not something that I inherited. My father never trapped. I knew nothing about trapping until about the age of 12. Absolutely nothing. Uh, so all my education come from VHS and then later DVDs, uh, and that's how I learned pretty much everything until I started going to conventions and picking people's brains. Chad, I didn't even know the full moon was coming. I don't know about beaver. I don't know what that'll affect. I know coon, it'd be terrible. Not much. I don't know much about the beaver though. Yeah, Blakely's. I knew you were struggling to figure out what you're going to do for that or not, but I'll be at the NTA. Looking forward to being there. It should be a good time. Chad, you're not making it to the NTA, are you? I didn't think you were, but I wasn't sure. I know Possum's going, and he's going to meet up with Mert down there, or they're driving together. I'm not sure which, but Might be something I'll have to reach out to Dale and ask him. Full moon and beaver trapping. What's that gonna do? What's it gonna cause? Something I'm kind of new to. Might have to sell a gun for. By the sounds of it, though, you got like 500 of the damn things. Oh yeah, Chad, I forgot. Cause yeah, conventions are nowhere near your home. That's probably what 4 hour drive for you to the ITA convention in Washington. Luckily, the Iowa Trapper Convention's only about an hour away from me, so still getting a hotel room because I know Friday night will get pretty crazy, but uh, be a good time. Be a good time. Well, what's the verdict here, guys? I need everyone's opinion. All 26 people are in here. Do I take tomorrow off work, set traps, or do I go ahead and work half the day and then go from there? Scab says Colin. Blakely's, I'd pay someone to take all of my dogs. Not officially yet, Chad. That's kind of where I'm debating. I've officially got Wednesday off, but I haven't taken Tuesday off. Told the wife that I'm working tomorrow, and she's Wilson's in bed, so. Flintlock, you didn't have to do that. Uh, pretty motivating, though, my friend. My wife has plenty of dogs. Yeah, I'm really leaning towards taking tomorrow off. Like Scab, there's always the local Chinese restaurant. Look, I appreciate that. You didn't have to do that, sir. I was just curious on what everyone else would do. If this was you in your situation, what would you guys do? Work half the day and then go trapping, or fully trap all day? I always want to trap all day, but at the same time, I don't want to burn a lot of vacation because I don't have a whole lot left since November. Hurt me pretty good, but same time, I love to trap. Yeah, it does, Tommy. But then again, I got to be home as soon as the wife gets home at 5. I better have my ass in that house, otherwise I'll get in trouble, and I won't be able to do it again the next day. So, Flintlock, I think you swayed my mind. I'll probably just go ahead and take tomorrow off. Yeah, because it's probably close to yeah, it's past midnight here now, so 5:30 still comes early, and we're light at 7. So if I take tomorrow off, leave here about 6:30, go get gas and some breakfast. Look, I'm the exact same way. The exact same way. I start coming up with excuses like, boy, I got a cough. I better not go to work. Yeah, Tommy, the wife's the biggest factor in the world. I love my wife and kids, but I sometimes sit here and wonder, like, boy, if I stayed single, I wonder what I could do as far as trapping goes. I bet I could become one of those, not become one, but really, really hit things hard and maybe get myself to those statuses of those top trappers in Iowa. Uh, but I wouldn't trade my family for the world either, so. That's funny, Scam. Yeah, Blakely's, but my job is very, I won't say it's easy, but they just replaced me with somebody else. I mean, there's 20 people behind them that they can replace me with. So, uh, and plus we're union, so they can't just get rid of me for no reason. Um, Trust me, at my job, I push a lot of buttons. Um, I am somebody in my job where I don't I don't hold back. I've gone to the top person in our campus, so basically like 5 people above my management position, and started swearing at him and told him this is bullshit. And I've lost my cool several times. Matter of fact, I've thrown my badge at my third highest supervisor. I said, "Here, you take this. I'm fucking done. I'm done." Um, I've lost it pretty good with times, but we got the union to help us, which still, probably shouldn't do that, but it is what it is. Flintlock. Never go out of way for your job. Yeah. No, I've been working there. This May, I start my 17th year. That's hard to believe. Almost half my life now, I've been employed at the same company. And they don't care. They just don't care. But anyway, guys, that garage door's open. It's getting kind of chilly in here now, which for chilly, for me, it has to be well below 40. Um, I'm ready. I'm ready to go after him tomorrow. So, Flintlock, you win. You win. I'm doing it. Yep, exactly, Blakely's. I've shaken that tree several times. And uh, I've been suspended. I've been sent home, suspended without pay several times. Uh, you guys hear that? Snow geese. You probably can't. I don't know. I tried to put my ear up to the phone. That makes no sense at all. But yeah, I know, Chad. We're pretty spoiled down here. Luckily, though, because trust me, I've lost my job many times. I thought I've lost my job several times already. You know that. Uh, but it is what it is. But anyway, guys, we're gonna be getting up here in about 5 hours, and we're beaver trapping. This is gonna be awesome. I can't wait for this. Man, I'm pumped. Yeah, Scab. To be honest with you, our union, 100% joke, 100% joke. But our union. This is how I look at our union at work. Basically, pretend you're somebody that has a big bodyguard, but that bodyguard is a complete pussy. That's what this is. Like, intimidating to look at, but if they actually did something to me, our union's junk. But they're scared to death to do anything because of the repercussions of what the union could do, but our union wouldn't do a damn thing. Um, it's kind of a bunch of BS, but it is what it is. For $800 a year, I think they do a little better than that. But all right, guys, so we're gonna end this. I appreciate it, everybody. It's been fun. We are beaver trapping tomorrow, fellas. This is exciting. I'm so pumped about this. I'm way more excited than opening day of trapping season even. Uh, Probably just because it's gonna be less energy consumed. Being overweight and out of shape, it always hurts come opening day. But I'll only have probably about 40 locations set tomorrow, uh, all with doubles. Well, my plan is overall 40 locations set with 2 traps, so about 80 traps to 100. But it's probably going to take me a couple days to get them all out, versus opening a coon season with 250 traps at 170 locations or 200 locations. But it's going to be fun. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully we get some good footage here next couple days, guys, and take care. I appreciate everybody coming in here. I appreciate the super chats, and I love seeing you guys in here talking amongst yourselves and communicating and learning from each other. That's all we can do. So everybody go out there, start trapping, take a kid with you, and enjoy. So we'll see you guys probably Friday night, and I'll have a truckload of beaver.